The father of Jay Slater has hit out at online trolls during the latest search efforts in Tenerife. He's urged online sleuths to come and see for themselves just how difficult the search is.
Despite a massive operation involving dogs, drones, helicopters, mountain rescue teams, there still has been no trace of the 19-year-old for almost a fortnight.
Let's head to Tenerife and senior global reporter for Mail Online, Nick Peaser. What's the latest, Nick?
Yeah, well, as you said in your introduction there was a search yesterday of the Masca Valley area with a helicopter, drones and some dogs as well. But the key thing is they'd asked for volunteers the day before and only 6 people turned up. That was the TikTok mountaineer Paul Arnett, a German couple and 4 Spaniards. And there was a little bit of frustration from Paul, really, because it took so long to get everything going and for people to be registered. So he actually decided to go off on his own because he was so angry with what happened. And they spent the day up there, and the foot search ended at about 4 o'clock. A helicopter passed over several times in the afternoon as well. But the police announced that there was no trace of Paul, and we wait to see, no trace of Jay, and we wait to see what happens today if the search continues. They've said it will do, but we're waiting to get an update later on this morning. I can tell you that Jay's father, Warren, also arrived with his brother, Zach, and we had a brief conversation. They were both very emotional, as you can imagine, and they weren't happy, as you said in the introduction, with the trollers, because he's absolutely right. That terrain up there is absolutely treacherous. There's steep cliffs, there's ravines, deep gullies. You need proper equipment, and you need to know what you're doing. You know, you can't just go up there in your Sunday hiking gear. It's technical, and it needs people with experience to go up there. But he was disappointed that only 6 volunteers had turned up.
I know that you've been looking at all the other, all the other ideas about why Jay would have gone missing in that area. Are you satisfied yourself that not simple searching, but all of this amazing searching that's going on is going to yield anything? Or do you think the whole idea of what happened to Jay may be somewhere else, something else?
Well, they're certainly doing a good job up there. They've been up there for nearly 2 weeks in pretty difficult conditions. They're doing their best they can. It is unusual, though, as you say. I mean, they've been up there 2 weeks, still no trace. The police and the mountain rescue teams are really focusing on that area by the Masca Gorge, because they say that's where his mobile phone last pinged, and that's where they think he is. The working theory that they are looking at is that perhaps he got a little bit disorientated as he walked up the hill, and then he saw the sea, and he decided to head towards the sea because he knew if he could get to the sea, to the coastline, he could turn left and reach his accommodation at Los Cristianos. But obviously the distances are vast. We're talking about 19 miles, and crossing that tricky terrain, you don't hold up much hope, really, which is terrible and awful for the family.
Yeah, it certainly is, and no answers on the horizon. Nick, for now, thanks very much indeed. It's thoroughly depressing.
It is, isn't it?
And the reality is, of course, they're not going to keep searching for much longer.
No, but when do they decide
I don't
to
know.
call it off?